congratulations on the film, Alejandro. It's a real epic.
Thank you very much.
And it's a very personal film for you, I know, because you're using your own memories, your own dreams in it. When you make a film that's drawn so much on your personal life and experiences, how does that affect the way you react to the reviews that you get for it?
I don't read it. It's true.
As simple as that. You don't read them at all. You take no notice.
I have never read reviews, I have to say, and I do that because I think the film is done. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do differently. So in a way, I have been trying to discipline myself, and try to keep myself, try to truthful to what I think is the right thing for the film without being affected by it. And the good ones are and the bad ones. I'm not lying that I've been informed about the reactions, of course, but I don't go into the details of that. Because again, if those comments will be done when I'm doing the film and I will have some trust of somebody telling me, it will be useful. But now, what is the use of that? So I try to keep myself away from it, respecting every aspect of every approach of everybody that see the film. I did the film, and everybody can say whatever they want, but there's no useful in me.
Do you find disciplining yourself in that way easy or difficult?
Easy because I have been doing it for a long time. So in a way, for me, has been liberating. I think it could be incredibly paralyzing to be exposed to that, especially now in the social media thing that I do not participate to. I'm just, I will say that if I will be a 25-year-old guy that is, and I will be scrutinized by these thousands and millions of voices, I don't know if that is a possible way to create something that you have freedom on it. So I will be paralyzed probably. You know what I mean? So
you'd be looking over your shoulder all the time.
Yeah, I think that can be a very, very convoluted and not very healthy way to create from the confidence that you need to just to know what your voice is telling you. So anyway, that's the way I think I have been dealing with this.
And as it's such a personal film as well, do you think this perhaps is the most difficult film you've ever made?
Yes. Yes, because it's not easy. I think it was a natural, organic, and process that I went through. But I think it's a difficult one because there's no rules, there's no recipe, there is no guideline. There's something that you have to really navigate into these very elusive waters of memories and feelings and emotions and things, and then how to really those can be translated. And if they will make sense even for you or to the people. That's why I know that people can be irritated because it's in a way, it's a very provocative kind of thing that when you do a very intimate out of fiction, as it happened in literature a lot, and is so celebrated in film, in a way can be much more punished or kind of like not understood. But it's a difficult territory because obviously it's close to your heart and your affections and your. But I'm not. That's why I wanted to get this in a tone of a comedy or a nostalgic comedy, because I'm not claiming truth and it's not autobiographically, but it has the emotional conviction of things that I have been going through that sometimes can be painful, but I recover a lot of joy and understanding, and it was liberating. But I think technically to be navigating, or what I wanted, which is to put the people in a journey of a dream and reality and be navigating in the middle of that between real and imagination, it was very challenging to understand how to do it. I have never done a film like that. So yes, it's super difficult, but for both reasons.
When I was watching the film, there were times when it actually made me think of Birdman. And I think that was because of the long one-take shots, which are almost like a trademark for you, really. We tend to associate them with you. Why do you find filming in that way so good, so much your style?
No, I don't think it's good or bad or right or wrong.
It obviously works for you, though.
It's what I feel that, in a way, my first 4 films, I did it playing with the structures and narrative and shoot it in a much more conventional language of, close up, 2-shot, wide shot, cut, next, boop, 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 boop. I got tired of that. I think, but more importantly, I think in Birdman, it was a need. So what I'm saying, I do not shoot, or I do not, in a way, put first the style and then the substance. I think the way you shoot the film, or the way I shot the film, in a way, is subordinated to the story and the character. And most importantly is which point of view I want this to be told, and which point of view I want to put the audience from that camera angle. That's the most important thing. That understanding for me, it's like if you talk in third person, in second person, or the first person. So once I decide that, in this case, it was obviously from the point of view radically from a flow of consciousness, or even the subconscious of a character, I needed to make that camera from a dream state to navigate in a way I understand dreams, or I felt dreams happen to me, and I want the context and again, this line between reality and imagination and dream. I thought that style and that way and that grammatical decision that I did, I think is serving the purpose of what I understand was the best for this film. That's the decision that I made.
And Bardo is actually the first time you filmed in Mexico since Amores Perros in 2000.
Yes.
What was it like going back to your home country to film after
It
such
was
a gap?
very similar to what the character going through, which was a meta experience. I think a lot of things are meta in this film. A lot of scenes of this film, in a way, came out of the film, of the reactions of people of this film, that I knew it. And when I was writing, I knew that I will be going through exactly what the character is going, because it's something that is close. It was fascinating. And when I returned to Mexico, it was beautiful to really recover that thing. But at the same time, I'd like to find a new old friend, that expectations and misunderstandings and contradictions and paradoxes are met with the joy and with the affection and with the, So it was very interesting for me to leave that, It was beautiful.
Alejandro, thank you very much. Muchas
Thank you.
gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you guys!